Okay, it's scheduled. Oh, we're live. Sick. All right, let's do it.
We are live?
Yep, we're live.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the 2023 Nationals All-Star Draft. My name is Terrence Checkett. I am the host of the Neutral Zone podcast, and I'm also the director of Nationals this year. Our coaches are going to be Wes Peters, coach of Cincinnati, former CMU, MSU player, and Colby Briceland, former Akron player and Akron coach sometimes. Colby has the first overall pick, and then we're just going to go back and forth, 1 and 1.
All right, so I took a long, hard look in the mirror, and I was like, who would I pick for my number one player on my draft? And last year, I went for kind of finesse players. I went for players who weren't very loud, who can kind of, not make a lot of noise but win an all-star game, and it backfired on me. So I'm going for a player who can do it all. The southpaw from the Ohio State University. I'm taking Ryan Gitzberg, number 1.
Okay. Wow. All right, Colby, I see you. It's a strong first pick. Not who I would have went with, of course, but, it's a good pick nonetheless. It's better than going Homer style last year.
Yep.
All right. I'll counter you. You talk about impact players. Well, this guy makes as big of an impact when his balls hit people's faces and chests as anybody. And I'm going to draft a team that tries to throw the ball straight through you. So give me Barry Butler, the third from Michigan State University. My alma mater.
Good pick. I can't argue with that. Barry was going to be my second. But you know what? I'll take his counterpart. I'll take the person who holds down his side on the Spartan squad. I'll take Jack Gerling, the lefty. I'm going lefties for my first 2 picks.
I like that.
All right, you've got a left side player and a mid player, 2 lefties. That's a strong opening salvo, Colby. I respect it. I'm gonna keep it up with. We're gonna stay in the same vein. Impact players, right? Who made a bigger impact onto the scene last year than Corn and Protein, baby? Give me another Colby Chorak.
That's a good pick. I mean, like Colby's presence on the court just commands attention, and in the All-Star game, it's kind of what you want is loud players. Yep. So he's definitely that. So speaking of middle impact players, I'm going to take somebody who you raised from just a little babe into the player he is now. I'm taking Corey Knighton from UC.
You thief.
No homer picks this time. I'm getting at least one of your guys.
You're coming for blood, huh? All right. Yep. All right. I respect that. Corey's an impact player for sure. He plays left side, though, nowadays.
Yeah, that's right. Nowadays.
Although in the All-Star game, he does like playing middle, though, so he might just run middle in the All-Star game. We'll see. You've got 2 lefties. I feel like I need a lefty on my squad. Give me Ben Smart from Grand Valley.
Last year, Ben went pretty late in the draft. I think it's because he was injured a lot of last year.
Yep.
I mean, he's always injured, so we never know what you're going to get with Ben Smart. But that's a good pick. I respect that.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to want to avenge last year's performance and last year's low draft stock last year in the All-Star game. So
yeah, I think he took offense to it.
I'm happy with Ben.
I'm just going to follow you again. I'm taking Tyler Peach from Grand Valley.
All right, this piggybacking's got to stop, Colby.
We'll see how it goes.
All right.
With the tenure you have in the league and the amount of dodgeball IQ you have, you should be honored that I'm following your lead.
You know what? Hey, I try to set a good example for all my kids and my Colbys. So I respect your nod of respect there. A lot of people are going to see this pick coming. A lot of controversy last year with me and this team, and they beat us up on day 1 in Nationals last year, James Madison. So give me a high impact player for them. Give me Trent Schaefer, number 4 overall.
Good pick.
I want impact players, man. That's what I'm going for. That's what the All-Star game's about.
Admittedly, I haven't watched much of JMU this year, so we'll see how they perform at nationals. They usually tend to, save all their energy for nationals and show out. But
Yeah.
Terrence, you're gonna like this pick. I'm taking one of the most tenured players in the league. I'm taking Caleb Arnold from Ohio. I
Yeah, you
think
can't go wrong there.
we need some survivors, some catchers on our team, and Caleb Arnold's just that.
Yes, he is.
Dang, Caleb Arnold plays for Ohio State now, Terrence?
Oh my goodness.
Big if true.
That's your boy. Transferring late in the year. Be a massive get for Ohio State. All right. I can't let you have both UC kids. And this guy's a man who has flown under the radar for his entire, well, if you count the COVID year, 5-year career in the NCDA. Just an absolute sniper on the court, and I can't wait for him to get the respect he deserves. Give me Brandon McGinn.
From the moment that I watched UC play their first tournament, I knew Brandon was going to be something special, and he's proved me right, thankfully. One of the
founding member of the club.
One of the most like low key, quiet players to ever step foot on a dodgeball court, but man, is he lethal! Good pick.
Yeah, thank you.
Speaking of dads and sons, I'm gonna take Van Slambrook from Western Michigan. He's your dad's son. All around player for Western. Really been a key part of their improvement over the years of squad. I'm excited to see how he shows out in the All-Star game for me.
Definitely. Shout out to Dad. Shout out to Peter Bro. Hey, Dad. Sneaky pick there. I hope he pays dividends for you. Not too much, though. I still want to win. Give me the other JMU member, though. Another impact player. Lefty, likes to throw low. I don't know why I'm giving you the scouting report, but, strong arm. Give me James Turner.
Solid pick. Solid.
Yeah, nobody would have saw before the draft if I was taking 2 JMU players, right?
It'd be the last thing I thought you were going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going with another quiet player. He's been instrumental in his team's offense and their success in the past couple of years, and he's been a main integral part of this team's squad. I'm taking Ben Dardia from Ohio State. I think he's one of the most all-around players in the league. He's got a really good rubber arm, and when he gets to catching like in the late clutch points, I mean he can be unstoppable at times. I'm gonna take Dardia.
That's a good pick. He do get to catching sometimes. No, Ben's a senior leader, right? He's been there before. He just very strong all-around player, so you can't go wrong there. All right, my 7th pick. I'm gonna stay out on the East Coast, and admittedly, this is maybe the Fernalds have gotten in my head a little bit here. Building this guy's stock up, but give me Adam Butts, sophomore, UMD.
It's a good pick. He had a pretty good showing at Akron's tournament, and he's been one of the players that's gotten UMD into their, one of the higher rankings they've had recently, and so that's a good pick. I respect that.
First underclassman off the board.
That's a good call out. First non-senior.
Yep. So I guess
technically we have Ben Smart listed as a junior for some reason. So
ain't no way that man's a junior. That man's a senior plus.
Let the Ben Smart memes continue. He ain't go nowhere.
So I guess in the spirit of following you again, I'm gonna take another underclassman. Give me Evan Brown from Bowling Green State. I watched this kid come on the scene last year, and because when I was coaching Akron, they played Bowling Green. I was like, "Who is that kid?" And tell me he's a rookie, because Bowling Green has a bright future if he's a rookie, and he was. And I've seen him grow into a pretty all-around player, and one of their, probably their most impactful players. So I'm taking Evan Brown.
Good pick. Power arm, strong thrower. He hunts for heads, so he's going to be a good impact player for an all-star game for type of player that puts butts in seats. You know what I'm saying?
I've got 2 players on my team who wear hats when they play, and I've always frowned against that, but to each their own.
Hey, nobody's perfect, man. It's like wearing gloves, right? It's just something about BG people.
Always got to wear accessories.
Hey, nothing wrong with a good arm sleeve. So I'm gonna take a non-senior. He's listed on our sheet as a graduate. Terrence, you're gonna like this pick as well. And you're gonna have to help me how to pronounce his name. Give me Max Stockel.
The correct pronunciation is Steckel.
Steckel. Third time's a charm.
There we go.
I just cast a wide net there, so I couldn't miss, right? Yeah, give me Max Steckel. Very underrated player, in my opinion, across the league, right? I'm very happy that you guys nominated and made him an all-star for this season.
Oh, he's beyond deserving.
Yeah. Like Brandon on UC, I think Max deserves a lot more credit than he gets around the league. Very strong do-it-all player, great catcher, great thrower, smart player.
Really knows his role on the court at all times.
Yeah.
If he needs to step up and take a throw, if he needs to step up and get a catch, he's really an above average, role player with a good IQ for the game. So that's a good.
He makes plays, man. I remember the last time one of the times we played Ohio this year, he caught Brett on the back line, like right here, and it changed the momentum of the whole point. So happy he's on my team now.
Good pick. Where am I at? All right, so number 9 pick. I watched these guys tear through a lot of teams at the War, and I'm believing in the hype of this team. I'm taking Zachary Eck from Penn State. Penn State, when I watched them, didn't have like a talent that stood above the rest. They just had a lot of dudes. And Zachary Eck was one of those dudes, and I'm taking him on my team.
Definitely a team with a lot of dudes. I know what you mean when you say dudes, for sure. Just some guys that want to go out there and throw balls real hard at people, right?
That's the name of the game, baby.
That's right. All right. Good pick, Colby. First Penn State player off the board, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good pick. All right. This next pick's near and dear to my heart as the current and soon-to-be outgoing director of league expansion for the NCDA. Just started this team up this year. Hashtag bird emoji. Give me Connor Knott, captain, founder, president, and do it all for Concordia University of Wisconsin.
Nice.
Admittedly, I haven't gotten to watch him play in person yet, but he's a former D2 or 3, I forget what the school is, but baseball player at Concordia, so gotta have a strong arm, right?
You always see the teams that are kind of unassuming show out in the All-Star game, and so that's a good pick in the middle of your lineup there. I mean, he's going to be looking to make a name for himself at nationals when everybody gets to see him, and so I respect that a lot. So what I'm going to do is take somebody from a team who I've historically despised. I'm taking Cole Michaela from SVSU.
Okay.
Watching him progress as a player over the years, I mean, he came in as a rookie and was immediately, like, in my opinion, their best all-around player. This kid can do it all, and he's pretty electric. I like watching him. He's led in a new era of Saginaw dodgeball, and I like where he's at in his development, so I'm going to take him.
Nah, good pick. Great on the court leader too. He'll be a great floor general for you guys. I got the Fernalds in my ear again, so I got to stick with UMD again. Admittedly, don't know much about Zach DeMoss, my 11th pick overall, but I've got faith in Daniel and Zach and what they're putting in my ear, so I'm gonna trust their judgment.
Respect. Again, he was somebody that I noticed at Akron's War tournament, and yeah, he's definitely an impact player for the Terps. So my 11th pick, my favorite number, I'm going with somebody from my alma mater. Let's go Matt Young from Akron. He's one of the players that came in right as I was leaving, and has really developed himself into one of their top offensive units. He holds down his right side, and he's made clutch catch after clutch catch, and I'm hoping he shows out for me and gives some Zips love there for the All-Star game.
Colby, I respect that you waited till round 11 to take an Akron player. No offense to Akron. Last year, I think he took 1 overall or something like that.
Sure did, baby.
Hey, I respected that too. I didn't agree with it, but I respected it.
Actually, I think I took Greer 1 overall last year.
Oh yeah, you did. And then I
Yeah.
took Peter.
Yeah.
So I can't really talk much about Homer picks. I think I misspoke. Zach, you were my 10th pick, so shout out to Zach. I'm gonna go back to the Central region and get a player who I know when I saw on film has a big arm. Give me Paul Brock from Concordia University, Wisconsin.
Okay.
We're all about the arm talent on this team.
You've got a leg up on me. I didn't watch any Concordia's film or know anything about their squad, so I'm excited to see him play for you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. In the spirit of reconciling with teams I historically didn't like, I'm taking Joe Barber from Saginaw. I've watched him. I mean, dude just inhales every catch that comes his way. He's really become one of the top talents in the league, and I'm excited to see how he shows up at the All-Star game.
Yeah, you're selling him short. He's a big arm too, massive arm. This is an arms race, right? So you can't go wrong drafting Joe Barber there. I'm gonna take so with my next pick, give me from Kent State, Vanessa Hudson. I need an all-around player right now. I need someone who can make big time catches. She's got an arm, just great all-around player, great leader for Kent State. So I'm pretty pumped to take her right now.
She got a plug from the famous Felix Perone, former president of our league, current Columbus Gamecock. He said there's not many people he's afraid to throw against, and she's one of them. She's got uncanny catching ability. That's a great pick, Wes.
Thanks, Colby.
All right. So I'm kind of getting deep into the list here of kids I don't really know very well. But his name stood out to me because of the Disney Plus show The Mandalorian. I'm taking Dino Jarin from UNG.
All right.
I haven't seen them play at all this year. I know they've been keeping up with practices and stuff, and so let's hope he's ready for the challenge at the All-Star game.
Hey, you said earlier about, Connor wanting to be a player from a brand new team, wanting to put his name out there, put himself on the map. Same thing with these UNG kids now, right? They haven't played a match this season, but I'm sure they want to show people they're for real. I'm going to stay in the same state. In fact, I'm going to stay in the same school with my next pick. Give me Nathan Keller, Kent State Junior. Another all-around player. Kent State's a program that's been rebuilding for a couple of years, but I think they're back on the rise, and Vanessa and Nathan are a couple of big reasons why. So,
yeah, that's a good pick. I believe he's the player from Kent State who I'm paraphrasing, but can catch anything. Is how I've been.
I believe that's one of their rookies. I think his name is Brendan Stevens.
Okay, then I'm wrong.
Might be mixing that up, Colby.
Well, hopefully he's not that good of a catcher
then. We don't know what we're getting, but we're happy about it. So we'll take.
He's an all-star.
Nathan.
He's an all-star. That's got to mean something.
Facts.
I'm gonna take somebody back from the Ohio region. Haven't drafted somebody in the Ohio region in a couple rounds here. I'm taking Max Edling from Miami, the sophomore. He's been one of the main reasons that Miami's had a resurgence and success over the last couple seasons. They're still rebuilding. They still got a lot of work to do, but he's one of the main reasons why they've been showing up at tournaments.
No, that's a good pick. Miami's on the rise. I think next year they're going to be right there competing, with the top of the region again. This year was the year to get and develop a bit of arm talent, and they've definitely accomplished that goal. So
Yeah,
next year it's just about putting the pieces together. So Max is a good pick. I'm gonna do it to you, Colby. I'm not gonna let you take both Akron players. Since you didn't let me get both UC players, give me Ryan Curtis from Akron.
that's a good pick. Yeah, he's definitely come into his own as one of the mainstays on their roster. Unfortunately, he picked up the sport a little late in his college career, but better late than never, in my opinion. That's a good pick.
That's fair. Yeah, it's weird because it feels like those kids that join the clubs later, like if they're in their junior year, they have a knack for picking it up faster. So it's no surprise he made it, as an all-star for Akron after only playing a couple years.
Yeah. Where am I at? Am I at 15? All right. I'm gonna combine the Nittany Lions here. I'm taking Mason Blanchard from Penn State. I saw this guy make a couple of huge clutch catches, all hand catches. I need some catching on my team here. I got some firepower. I got some loud guys. I need some catching. So I'm taking Mason Blanchard, the senior from Penn State.
Just going another dude, right? Just another dude.
He's another one of their dudes.
Yeah. Nah. I like that. Yeah, you're getting a good balance of arm talent and catching on your team. So let's see, where are we at? 15. I'm gonna stay in the Ohio region. I've stayed there for I think 4 picks now. I'm gonna not let you get both Bowling Green players. I guess give me Easton Huffman. Haven't seen him play much. We haven't played Bowling Green since like October 1st. So
they used to have all the directions covered. They had Weston and now they have Easton. So now it's North and South coming in the next couple of years. That's a really bad joke.
No, I like it. It gives us something to
say. All right, so I'm staying with the Ohio region as well for my next pick. I'm going Sky Thornsberry for Cleveland State. I've watched her take a team throw, four balls come at her, and she inhales at least one or two of them. She's the definition of end of the point clutch catcher. I need some of that on my team. She knows where she's at in the court. She's got a great ability to bait the catch and all that. And so I need somebody like that who can keep us alive in some points. So I'm taking Sky.
Nah, good pick, Colby. She's a dog out on the court. Like you said, she makes clutch catches, big throws for her team out in Cleveland State. So not mad about that one at all.
She's caught me before.
What'd you say, Terrence?
I said she's caught me before.
There you go.
Glowing praise from Terrence Checkett there.
Maybe that's why she's in the All-Star game and you're not, Terrence.
Oof.
Probably.
Shots fired. For no reason.
He was being nice. He was being nice.
I know. I can't help myself.
There never has to be a reason for you, Wes.
That's true. I can't help myself. If there's an opportunity, I'm going to take it. I'm going to venture out from the safe confines of the Ohio region, back out to the East Coast. First player from this school off the board tonight. Admittedly, we haven't made it out east much, right? Their streams got a lot of work to do when Shadid's not there for them. But UVA seems to have a lot of arm talent, and I'm betting on that. So give me Nick Wells.
All right. I'm gonna travel with you to the East Coast.
Okay.
We're riding together. I'm riding shotgun. We'll share tolls. We'll share gas money. I'm taking Cole Faggart from UVA.
Nice.
Haven't seen them play, but UVA's historically been a very, very athletically gifted program, and I hope that he continues that tradition for us here.
Nah, UVA's had a rough go of it over the years, and they were making some real momentum, but as COVID hit, into becoming a mainstay program. So I think that I'm hopeful that this is the first steps into becoming that, and next season they can take a real leap into competing with the big dogs in their region. So can't go wrong. You said we're sharing tolls and all carpooling out there? You want to carpool with me to back out to the Central region, Colby? I'm heading out there. You can catch a ride if you want. Give me first UWP player off the board tonight. Give me Austin Curry.
Okay.
Strong, tall, lanky kid. I think big arm as well. So I'm just drafting arms out here, man.
You see, despite the warm weather we're having, I think I want nicer weather. I'm going south. I'm putting the UNG players together. I'm taking Pedro Ricos. Again, wants to make a name for himself in the league. Those types of players. Being on the same team, maybe can get some kind of common ground there for the All-Star game. They can have a common goal to defeat the black team, and so I'm taking Pedro from UNG.
Kind of bummed out you didn't come with me, Colby. But I am gonna take a detour a little bit back before I get to Ohio. You took Josh, I think in the 6th round, something like that.
Yep.
I'm gonna take his counterpart. I'm gonna take Thomas Mosbeck. No idea if I said that right. Mosbach.
You just call him Moose, isn't that what they call him?
Moose? Oh, they call him Moose. I'll take the Moose then. Came from UWP anyway. I picked up a Moose along the way back. So
there you go. Yeah. It seems to be a lot of the wildlife there in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to Dad again, by the way.
Shout out to Dad again. Congrats on starting hopefully a Maine State program in Western Michigan. Again, with my theme of keeping teams from the same players from the same team together, I'm taking and please excuse me if I don't say this right. I think it's Aaron Green. Maybe it's Aaron. I'm not sure. Aaron Green from Cleveland State, the senior. One of the reasons why they're able to stay competitive in points is this guy, and I think that they're going to be able to hold up the bottom half of my roster and maybe keep the talent level together.
Mm-hmm. Solid for sure. You know what? I am going to join you. I'm going to piggyback off you for once here. I'm going to keep the players from the same team together. I'm going to head back to Wisconsin, and I'm going to take Eli Huntley. I need some catching on my team. So I've seen him, as you said earlier, absorb some balls. And that's what I'm hoping he'll do for us.
Good. He'll be able to keep you in points. Yeah, again, another player who I watched at the War have a pretty big impact. He was able to keep the matches or the points against Akron closer than they maybe should have with their depleted roster. Mm-hmm. So that's a good pick. I like that a lot. All right. So admittedly, don't know a lot about this player. I know that their team's in kind of a rebuilding stage, and I hope they become, back to their former glory. But I'm taking Robert Bennett from University of Kentucky, the sophomore.
Okay. I can tell you a little bit about him. Great catcher. He was the one who made top plays. He made wasn't double catch, but it was like immediate back-to-back catches.
Oh, perfect.
For UK. So,
damn,
love to see it.
Robert's a great catcher. So, you know what? I'm gonna not let you double up on UK. I'm gonna just real quick run up the podium, turn my my pick in. I'm gonna take David Mead, UK. Their president captain. Just finishing off the UK lads.
Fair enough. In the spirit of you taking a player that I already had from a team that I already had, I'm going to take Jason Sapahua. Sorry if I said that wrong. Sapahua, however you say it, from Miami, the junior. Again, Miami's a program on the rise, and he's a big part of it. Love to see what he's going to do for me here at the All-Star game.
Good last pick. Well, there's only one person left on the board, and it had to be somebody. I don't know what he did to you for you to not draft him, Colby, but said something pretty mean to me earlier today, so I decided to leave him and see if you would take him.
He was mean to my dad.
You know what? Hey, that's fair. Solidarity on that one. Only I'm allowed to be mean, apparently, right? Dimitri Summerall from UNL, captain, president, or maybe just president, not sure off the top of my head. Mr. Irrelevant 2023 for the All-Star game in the NCDA. So good leader on the court, though. He'll keep our team in shape. So
to a good point for him, he's got a loud mouth, and that's a good thing. What I'm describing for him, like, you know, Nebraska tends to play a lot of hero ball, and he reels them in, you know, quite often. And so it's good to have a player like that, especially in the All-Star game when everybody's kind of playing their own thing. That's a good Mr. Irrelevant pick.
That's true. Everyone does play hero ball. As one person with a big mouth to another, Trey, welcome to the team. Glad to have you. I think that's the last pick, right?
That's it.
All right, Terrence.
That's all I hope is that I don't drop to 0-2 to you, because I'll never hear the end of
it. Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's a much more balanced draft this time. So I'm pretty happy with my team. I know you're pretty happy with yours. I think it'll be an even match this weekend. So
yeah, it should be fun. The All-Star Game's always a good time. You know, players from different teams getting to play on the same side of the court, and even opposite of who they usually play beside. So it's always a fun time.
Definitely, it's about showcasing our league's talent anyway. It's not about who wins and loses, except me. So no, it'll be a good time. It'll be a great match, just like our ladies match that'll precede it, and our alumni game. Hopefully, we get a good turnout for the alumni game as well. So. Terrence, take us away.
I don't really have anything else. Yeah, doors are opening 8 o'clock. The festivities start at 9.
8:45 now. Actually, we moved
8:45. Oh.
Let's please try to get your teams there as close to 8 as possible, so we can have a smooth opening start to the day. We hate to start late, because then, you know, everybody's upset, and our president Dylan Greer might have an aneurysm. So let's all try to get there on time, please.
Yeah, and it'll just make the captain's meeting go that much later. So, and everybody loves the captain's meeting. So.
Yeah, safe travels to everyone getting in here, and we look forward to it.
All right, thanks for joining us, everybody. This concludes the draft. Terrence Checkett, Wes Peters, Colby Briceland signing off. We'll see you all bright and early Saturday morning.